Hey everybody, it's Jelly with Squid Industries, and today I'm going to be teaching you all 3 simple Balisong combos. A lot of you have been requesting that we do tutorials on combos, so let's get right to it. All of these combos consist of tricks from our beginner and intermediate tutorial playlists. So if you haven't learned one of the tricks in these combos yet, then go watch the tutorial for that. I'll link both playlists in the top right hand corner. Before trying any new tricks or combos, especially on a live blade, we recommend that you add a bite handle indicator on your Balisong, just so it's easier to tell which handle is which. After you've learned enough combos and tricks, it starts to come naturally and you'll understand which handle you'll end up holding after a specific trick. But especially if it's your first time and you're learning these combos, then you should add a bite handle indicator, and you can find these on our site. To do this first combo, we're gonna start on the safe handle and then just do a behind the 8-ball. Once you get to this position of the behind the 8-ball, instead of doing a roll like that, you're going to actually toss it into a helix aerial. It's gonna look like this. And then when you catch the helix aerial, you wanna dip your hand down with it so that it looks nice and smooth. And that way you can turn your wrist over and immediately get into a thumb roll. It's gonna look like this. And then after you do that thumb roll, you want to immediately get into an index finger chaplain. So it would look like this at full speed. And if you haven't done a thumb roll to an index chaplain before, you're going to catch it like this. So starting on the bite handle, you would usually catch the whole safe handle when doing a thumb roll to just this basic opening. But to do it to a chaplain, just catch it with only your index finger, and then your middle finger is going to be resting at the bottom of the handle, and you're just gripping onto it like this with your thumb, and your other fingers are out of the way. Stop it like that, and then get into the chaplain when you're first practicing it, and then slowly try to incorporate the chaplain faster and faster so that the trick looks smoother. So out of the helix aerial, thumb roll over to that chaplain, then using your middle finger, you're going to stop the chaplain and then get into a 0G full twirl. Now the regular full twirl just looks like that, and the 0G full twirl will look like this. It is the exact same trick, the only difference is that my wrist is turned over, so the trick looks more horizontal. And the reason you want to do it this way is so that when you get into that rev fan open, it looks a lot smoother. To get it to that rev fan open, bring that bite handle forward like that. So just like you were to bring up the normal full twirl and end the trick, you're going to do the same thing. So swinging the bite handle and blade around so that the bite handle swings up, and then once the bally is in this T position, then you can use your thumb and roll the safe handle in your hand so that the bally does one fan. And then to get to this rev fan open where you catch that bite handle, once you start that fan, you want to bend your arm up like that and your wrist as well, and then keep your other fingers open while the bally fans in the webbing of your thumb here. You can practice that alone and then put it in the full combo. So the full combo is gonna look like this now. This next combo is the first transfer combo we're doing a tutorial for, so you will have to use both of your hands. And to start, you're going to hold on to the safe handle and do a basic opening out like this. And then you're going to pass that safe handle to your offhand from here, just like that. And then with your offhand, dip down and then take your dominant hand and put it over the top of your offhand and then swing it so that you can grab the safe handle back from your offhand. And from here, you're going to do kind of an ice pick opening movement. You're just going to swing that bite handle around, and while you're swinging it around, you're going to pass that safe handle back to your offhand. So all together, it would look like this. And from here, you're going to take your dominant hand and bring it underneath the bally and scoop up the safe handle. So this entire time, you've just been holding on to the safe handle. You haven't switched at all to the bite handle. So grabbing it, now you're back into a regular grip. And then from here, while you're grabbing it, you want to twist it downwards so the bite handle is swinging back like this. And then while it's swinging, you want to turn your offhand around like this. So then your palm is going to be facing out and your thumb is going to be down. So grabbing it and then smack that bite handle with your offhand. So swinging around, smack it with your offhand. And then when you smack it, you're going to turn the bally around like this and then bring that bite handle up so you can grab it with your offhand again. So now your offhand is going to be turning. Hitting it like this, and then your offhand is going to turn, so now your palm is facing up. Grab it, and then with both hands, you're going to twist the whole knife in like this. So the blade is going to be coming into you. So just do one of those, and you can practice just doing this movement smoothly. And then after you do that, I'm going to open up my hand, and I like to use my thumb here to assist the bally into a reverse fan. So like this. And then while it's fanning, I'm going to prepare my index finger to stop the fan like this. So it's going in a reverse fan, and then I'm just gonna let that bite handle fall over my index finger. You can slow down and then wait for that bite handle to go over. From here, you're gonna use your middle finger to push the safe handle in, and then get your thumb in there so that you can grip it like this now. So it goes from this position to this position, and then you can smoothly transition it to a thumb chaplain. To get out of this, you want to slow down and then grab the safe handle like this, and then just keep your other fingers open, gripping the safe handle, and then swing that bite handle into position for this open position. So all together, looks like this. This last combo here actually has a couple new tricks. Well, they're just slight variations on aerials you might already know. So let's get right to it. You're gonna do a basic opening flick, holding from the safe handle, and then you're gonna toss a horizontal aerial. And instead of catching it like this, you're just going to catch the safe handle alone. So you can practice that, just tossing from the safe handle and then catching the exact same handle. Toss it, catch that safe handle, and then you're going to swing it around. So now the bite handle is going to face the other way, and the bite handle is facing on the back of your hand here. And when you swing it around, you're going to toss it into an outward handle switch aerial like that. So you're holding onto the safe handle, and then you're going to throw an aerial horizontally, and it's just gonna do half a rotation, and you're going to catch the bite handle now. So now you're catching and holding on to the bite handle, and then from here, you're going to swing it around, and then use that momentum to toss it up into an aerial to a reverse middle finger chaplain. Doing an aerial to a chaplain like this rev middle finger chaplain can be scary at first because you're tossing up an aerial and sticking your finger in and rotating it really hard. So to do this easily, you're gonna make sure to hold on to that bite handle, and then you can practice this move alone before throwing it in the combo. And then just practice doing your aerials nice and clean so that the handles spread apart evenly. The reason you wanna do that is that you can easily see the spine of the blade and the safe handle, and then you can just get your middle finger in there. You don't have to throw your aerial super fast when you're doing the trick. It can be hard to control. You can throw it nice and slow, and then when you're practicing it at first, you can just catch the bally like this on your middle finger and then doing the chaplain. So you get comfortable with the time it takes to reach this position to a chaplain. To get out of this chaplain, you're gonna use your index finger and stop the safe handle. And from here, you're going to do a whip rollover out. Doing that whip rollover from this chaplain, when you stop it on your index finger, you wanna make sure that your grip on the safe handle is nice and tight so that you can get a clean rollover and transition straight into that whip roll. After you do the whip rollover, you're going to do a double ice pick aerial. If you haven't done double rotation aerials before, then we definitely recommend practicing on a trainer first, because that trick can be pretty risky doing it on a live blade. And if you are gonna try it on a live blade for the first time, then I recommend starting on the bite handle, because if you catch it a little bit early like this, then you're going to catch the spine of the blade instead of the actual edge of the blade, which would suck throwing your knife really hard and catching it like that. Make sure when you're doing your double rotation aerials that you're not focusing on how high you're throwing it. You're not really throwing it much higher. This is my single rotation aerial. This is my double rotation aerial. And it is a little bit higher, but you want to flick it higher. You don't want to toss it up higher. You want to really focus on getting nice, clean rotations and getting that muscle memory down. And then all together again, this is the finished combo. All right, that's it for today's video. Hope you got those combos down. And if there are any other combos or tricks that you want to learn, then leave a comment down below. And of course, check out our other social media platforms and the Squid Industries website so you can pick up a Balisong trainer and start flipping. I'm gonna leave you all with a quick flipping clip as usual, and I'll see y'all next time.